Hey guys, how's it going? So we're here at the wrap up of our modern burn league. We went 3-2. It was pretty good. We got our entry fee back. Um, so yeah, what do you think? Just what thoughts do you have based on what we learned today?
I thought the deck did really well. There were certain spots where we definitely could have played better, and that just comes with practice.
Yep.
Um, and I think the deck list seems pretty good, although one thing that I seem to not be liking is the third path.
Yeah, I agree. I
Um,
noticed that we didn't board the third path in against any of our opponents, even in the matchups. We're like, path is pretty good.
yeah, like
And it makes sense, because double path means there's two cards that are actual spells in your deck that aren't doing any damage to kill your opponent. And you got to kill your opponent. That's what the deck is all about.
yeah, especially in the matchup with the Nightfall deck, that's probably the matchup where you would want path the most. And we
Sure.
just didn't cite in three because two was the right amount.
Right.
And even against like Eldrazi, where you'd think you'd want a lot of pads, you only really want two because you still need to kill them.
Right.
So I think taking out the third path is definitely something I'd consider.
Okay, I can get behind that for sure. The deflecting palm played out pretty well, I think, for the most part. That was something that I was a little concerned with. That it's just one of those cards that it has a really powerful effect, but it also has the chance of just not doing anything, as we kind of saw against the Nightfall opponent.
Yeah.
It basically was stuck in our hand, and we could only cast it on our opponent's terms. And he just like waited 3 or 4 turns, never attacked with his knight until he had the ability to counter a deflecting palmer. The coast was basically clear from his point of view, which was kind of frustrating. If it was a normal burn spell, I think we might have won that match because we would have been able to cast it on our terms instead of on his terms.
Right. And that's one card that there are some situations where it's great and they're attacking you for 20 with their knight and you play Deflecting Palm and they have no way to deal with it.
Right.
And also some places where they're at 3 life and you're like, I have a Deflecting Palm. Why isn't this a skull crack, a lightning bolt, anything that deals damage?
Like in our round 1 match when we deflecting palmed that Primeval Titan, that was a 12-point life swing. So that was incredibly powerful, and any other card probably would not have won us that game.
Yeah.
So I think as it is, it's probably fine. I could definitely see it being cut in some decks and kept in others, depending on what the metagame looks like. Something that I do want to try, because we didn't get to see it today, but the Eldrazi matchup is actually really, really tough. Their creatures are very difficult to get rid of. They're really fast. They put quite the clock on you. So I was thinking Ensnaring Rich might be a good way to do it. The classic Burning Bridges style of a burn deck when we play against that. It also would probably be pretty good against that Nightfall deck that we played because they've got a bunch of really big creatures. So that would probably be like a 2 of, and we could probably cut one of the paths for an Ensnaring Bridge and maybe a Deflecting Palm for an Ensnaring Bridge too. But something to think of down the road.
Yeah, and that also the actual Ensnaring Bridge is actually also helps one of your worst matchups, Bogles, where they can't attack you to gain a billion life because they can't attack with their creature.
Right.
They can attack with their 1/1s, but you can just block those, kill those, that type of thing.
Right. Yeah, it gives us all the time we need to be able to basically just craft the direct damage to get them out of the game.
Yep.
All right. So sounds good, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by.